Hey guys, so today we are going to be breaking down the Zenkai for Tag Blue Goku and Vegeta. This is a tag character, so I figured it would probably be a little longer. That's why I split this one off from the Gogeta breakdown. So let's just get into things. I have their old kit pulled up on a monitor so I can sort of compare here as we go through this. Okay, let's take a look and see what their stats look like. Zenkai. Yeah, seems pretty. So they're over 290 to strike. They're going to be at 292 to strike because we're going to subtract 13,000 for the arts boost. What is that? 285 for blast, and looks like they're going to be in the mid. Is that like mid 190s for defenses? 196 strike, 194 blast. Yeah, that's. Definitely cannot complain about those stats. Those are really good stats. They continue to be really on the ball for stats for LF Zenkai characters. All right, so of course, you guys know this character, how many teams they're on, sagas from the movies, Saiyan, God, Ki, Sun, Family, Vegeta Clan, ridiculous amount of teams. They have normal strike and blast. This is not something that they're going to ever really, I don't think, do for a Zenkai character, but this is worth noting that these guys don't have blast armor. Same thing with Gogeta too. Like neither of these characters have blast armor. That actually really does matter, but they weren't going to give them that anyway. So, all right. So the blue card is the Cosmic Rush. I'll probably take a look at Vegeta's at the same time after this, but we'll just quickly go through the Goku side of this page first. All right. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects: self-pun activation, restores vanishing gauge by 70%. That's the same. That is really strong. That is really, really, really strong. It's the strongest thing about this blue card easily. Minus 50% to enemy sustained damage code effects for 3-timer counts is also really good, but the vanish, 70% vanish on a blue card is insane. And especially the fact that it has no limits, right? Even like Red Beast, when he's transformed, his blue card has like, I think it's like 3 times only or something. This is infinite times. Of course, it's going to nullify endurance and cancels enemies' attribute upgrades on hit. That is new. That's the only new thing about this. Okay. I mean, this was already a ridiculous blue card. All right, the green is Overflowing Valor. Let's see what this one does now. Draws a special move arts card, next activates once. Okay, it's the same. Restores own key by 25. That's the same. 30% strike damage inflicted for 20 counts. That goes up from 20%. Randomly destroys one enemy card and then reduce enemy key by 40. Okay, so the only thing that changes here is the strike damage goes from 20 to 30%. Alrighty. Yeah, nothing much that changed there, but I don't think there was anything that really needed to be added to the blue. The green, I feel like maybe they could have given him like one extra card besides just the blue on this or something. We'll see. We will see. Remember, this character did recently get a unique equipment as well, so it's possible they didn't go super overboard with this unit because they already have some pretty good unique equipment effects there. Let's take a look at Vegeta's blue. Let me just pull this up here on the Vegeta side so I can compare. All right, Vegeta's blue card is the Cosmic Shooter. Massive impact damage. Upon activation, 25% special move damage for 3 counts. That's the same. Minus 50% enemy sustained damage code effects for 3 counts. That's the same. Endurance nullification. Okay, so it's the same thing with this one too. All they did was they just made it cancel enemy attribute upgrades on hit, which is fine. The green card is draws a special move arts card, next activates once. 40 key is the same. 30% blast damage inflicted for 20 counts. That's the same actually. He already had 30%. Yeah, that's okay. So for whatever reason, Goku had 20% strike, Vegeta had 30. I guess it's just to make up for the discrepancy in the offenses, because obviously this character has much more, well, not much higher strike, but has higher strike. That's probably why this one's 30 and the other one's 20 before the Zenkai. He gets cover null for 15 counts, which is the same, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% health restoration for 30 counts. I think this is the same. I don't think this changed at all. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, unless I'm just blatantly going over something that my eyes are glazing over. Yeah, I don't think anything changed with this green, actually. I think it's the exact same green card. Okay. Well, let's move on to the actual abilities. Let's go back to the Goku side, and we'll take a look at the tag ability first. Tag switch to Vegeta, reverse own element factor, restores on health by 15% and ki by 30. Those are all the same so far. Arch card draw speed by 1 level 15 counts is the same. 10% special move damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Okay, so those are all the same. This is new. The following effects occur according to the number of times Goku has used the switch ability. 2 or more times. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10% of blast damage received, which makes sense because you're going into Vegeta, who's more of a blast character. 3 or more times. Restores own ki by 20. Okay, so you're getting 50 ki instead of 30, right? Yeah. 4 or more times. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies. Destroy card effects to sell for 5 counts. That's pretty good. Remember, this equip for this character. You know what? Let me just. I should have had this pulled up before, but let me actually pull this up in a tab here, and I'll just quickly go over to this so you guys can see and understand what's happening here. Let me just show this. If we go over to Chrome, black screen, give me a sec. There we go. Oh, we don't need this. So here's what their equip is. We have, unfortunately, some requirements for a team build. As long as the whole team is using either some combination of God, Ki, Sun Family, Vegeta Clan, you're going to get 15% to pure offenses and defenses. You're getting 40% of base stats, 50% damage inflicted, 15% health, and then slot 3, charges switch gauge by 40% when entering the battlefield. Restores ki by 50. Applies the following effects itself when the switch ability is activated. Randomly draws 1 new card with 3 or fewer cards. And then they get cover null for 15 counts. Now it's only 3 times, which is a little bit concerning because if we go back here, hold on a second. Let me find the right one. If we go back here, it says when Goku uses the switch ability 4 or more times, he's getting nullifies destroyed card effects. But by that point, you won't have cover null on the tag ability anymore. I wish they would have just given him cover null on this as well. So 4 or more times, he would get destroy card effects nullification, but also cover null. That would have made sense because at that point, you won't have cover null from the equip anymore. Just worth noting. Just wanted to show that. Okay, so Z ability is good. It's just Sun Family, Vegeta Clan, God Ki, and then he's got like extra buffs for movies. Now the Zenkai ability, I'm assuming it's going to be the same structure as Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who was the first tag character to get a Zenkai. They have 20% stats to Blue Sun Family and Blue Vegeta Clan, which can stack. This is probably going to be the same thing for Purple Sun Family and Purple Vegeta Clan, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is exactly what I was expecting here. The way this works is this character will be getting 40% all stats because they fulfilled both conditions. They are a Purple Sun Family character and they are a Purple Vegeta Clan character. So they're getting 40% to total stats here. But if you're only fulfilling, like, you're only, let's say it's like Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku is only getting the 20% because he's not a Purple Vegeta Clan character. So the only time this will actually stack and apply twice is if you're a tag Goku and Vegeta character, essentially. Or maybe it's like a tag Goku and Trunks, which could eventually happen. That would also work. As long as you have both the Sun Family and Vegeta Clan tags and your purple, you'll get the full 40% from this. But yeah, that's how that works. Alrighty, so let's take a look at some unique abilities here. Let me just go back to the screen. All right. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts or when this character enters the battlefield via tags, which charges switch gauge by 40%. Okay, so you're starting with 80% switch gauge because the equipment is giving 40% as well, right? 100% damage goes up from 90. 50% strike damage, that's the same. Reduced damage received by 60%, that goes up from 40%. And then minus 10 to strike arts cost, that goes up from 5. Okay, pretty good start here. Resets when switching to Vegeta. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. There are 2 defeated battle members. I think this is new. Yeah, I don't see this anywhere. Charges on switch gauge by 60%. Card draw speed. Seals all enemies' main abilities. Huh. So they have this is a pretty strong last man standing ability. Just extra card draw speed. I mean, to be fair, they don't even have card draw speed in their unique ability. It's tied to their switch ability, right? Yeah, card draw speed for 15 counts on the switch there. Okay. Falling effects occur when causing a character with a revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive while this character is in the battlefield. Increase own Dragon Balls by 2 and reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 2. That is the same. They didn't touch this. Not really a relevant ability right now because there's really no relevant revival characters, but this is still a really strong anti-revive ability. 2 Dragon Balls for you and then -2 for the opponent. It's like a delta of 4, which is a pretty big swing. All right, next we have Ultimate Combination. Sorry, I'm like uploading this Gogeta video at the same time here. All right, Ultimate Combination. Reduce damage received by 10% until combo ends when changing cover. That goes down from 20%, which I guess kind of makes sense because they're just getting more base, right? They're getting more here, 60%. Evades enemies' attack if a cover change is performed against their Blast Arts attack. Yep. Falling effects occur every time this character uses a strike or a Blast Arts. Restores own health by 3%. That's the same. -3 to own special move arts cost. Cannot be canceled. Activates 5 times. Yep, that's the same. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% damage received for 20 counts. That's the same as well. Falling effects occur when this character evades an enemy attack with a vanishing step. Draws a special arts card next, activates once, shortens ally sub count by 2. That goes up from 1. This might not look good, but I actually think that's a pretty big deal. It's not like a game-breaking thing, but lowering ally sub counts when you evade is a pretty underrated ability. That's one of the things that I think actually made Sword of Hope Trunks' Zenkai as good as it was. He had this similar thing to this. I think it was also 2 counts. -2 sub counts to allies when you switch sometimes baits your opponent into going for like a rush, and this could help you get out of that. But other than that, they didn't really change much here. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Let's start with the new unique abilities here. Falling effects occur when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. Activates once. 30% own health restoration for 15 timer counts. Reduce enemies key by 20. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -20% to special move Ultimate Awakens power for 10 counts. And then that's going to reset after they tag switch. The reduced key is good. Health restoration could be good, but it's not really going to help them heal until they start attacking themselves, right? Shortens ally sub count by 5 when enemy activates an Ultimate Arts, Awakened Arts, or Rising Rush while this character is in the battlefield. Activates 3 times. Okay. And then it's shared between Goku and Vegeta. So they're not going to be as sniped. They're not going to be sniped as easily. And then the final unique ability, falling effects occur upon landing a Strike Arts hit. Randomly draws 1 new card. That's pretty good. That's actually really strong, actually. Drawing a card when landing a strike card, because they are going to have a lot of card draw speed from the switch ability here. Because they're stacking card draw speed from that. All right. This is a long one. What the hell? Draws a card. Activation count resets when character switches or attacks, which is performed. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -20% health restoration for 10 counts. That's really good too. A lot of characters are healing when they're getting hit today. So, falling effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. 10% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Applies buff effect nullifies enemies. Reduce Dragon Ball effects to sell for 10 counts. Okay. Nullifies own and favorite element factors for damage sustained for 3 counts when faced with an enemy. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -1 to arts card draw speed. That's pretty annoying, actually. I assume the Vegeta side is not going to have much different mechanics, huh? We can go through it. Card draw speed, special move damage, strike damage received, key, and then Vegeta is doing reduced key effect nullification, and then Goku's doing card destruction. Okay, so that's interesting. 100% damage, 50% blast damage, 60% reduced damage received, -10 to blast arts cost. Okay. The same thing here with Vegeta. Seals all main abilities for 5 counts. Okay. Same anti-revive mechanic, of course. This is the same. Every time uses a strike or a blast, 3% health, 5 ki, 20% ki recovery. Yeah, that's the same thing. Because Goku is doing the cost reduction and Vegeta stacking the ki recovery. Yep, that's the same. Applies the following effects itself when enemy switches characters with characters in the battlefield. Draws a Blaster's card next, first ki by 20. Let me just make sure that's not the same thing. Hold on a sec. Yeah, that is the same effect. Okay. And then here, the following effects occur when hit with an enemy's art cycle with characters in the battlefield. Activates once. 30% own health restoration. Yeah, this is the same as Goku. That's the same as Goku as well. And then the last one, upon landing a blast arts hit, shortens ally sub count by 1. Okay, that's new. When faced with an enemy, 10% damage. Nullifies enemies reduce Dragon Ball effects. Yeah. Yeah, so Vegeta, for the most part, the new effects on here are the same. The only thing that really is differentiating the two characters, the two sides of this character, are the already existing mechanics. Like drawing a blast card and Vegeta, I guess, having being the blast version of the unit and Goku's the strike version. So it's going to be hard for me to really judge this character until we use them, but I think the kit is going to flow pretty well with itself. On paper, to me, it just looks like Gogeta's probably the superior character. We'll see. We'll see. This character, it's hard to really judge tag units until we get to use them. But this character looks really good. Remember, they already have a unique equipment. Just keep that in mind. They have a unique equipment already. So I definitely think they're going to be pretty good. They have a gigantic stat buff coming with the Zenkai. So they do seem pretty damn good. They have access to 1 billion Zenkai buffs. This character's going to be good. So let me know what you guys think of Tag Blue Goku and Vegeta Zenkai Awakening. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.